YouTube channel. Today I have my June favorites for you, which are a bit late, but it's still okay, I would say. So let's get started with my favorite smoothie of the month, which was my meal replacement smoothie. I know the name doesn't sound too exciting. I really wanted to make sure that it's obvious that this smoothie is not just an in-between snack to cram some extra veggies into your diet. No, this smoothie is actually a whole meal. It has around 500 calories, so it's not like a super calorie rich meal. It's basically a light lunch or dinner. I've been having it for both lately. It contains only 3 ingredients, so it's very easy to make. So it has 4 bananas, a bit of spinach and some water. And if you like, you can add some protein powder. I actually use pumpkin seed protein powder. My favorite movie of the month is the documentary Cowspiracy by Kip Anderson and the guy whose name I just forgot, I'm sorry. It's from the year 2014, so it is a very recent documentary, and it's basically about the effects agriculture has on the earth and global warming and climate changes, and it kind of puts everything into perspective, and it tries to tell the world that not necessarily CO2 is the reason for global warming, but in fact agriculture. And the reason why we don't know this is because all of those huge organizations like Greenpeace, WWF, and all of those, they don't talk about this topic. And why? Obviously because it's about our diet, and it's about the fact that we choose to eat meat all the time. I mean, we as a human race. It's just another one of those things, you know, where they give you the red pill or the blue pill, and you're like, okay, this time I'm choosing the red pill. I want to find out, I want to learn, I want to know how my daily choices can affect the earth and how I can change it. I always like to show you my favorite book of the month, but this month I only read 1 book and I haven't even finished it because it's so bad, and so I'm always struggling to think, do I want to finish it or do I just put it away? But I've decided to finish it. So I cannot recommend you a book this month, but I can at least tell you which book I don't recommend. So you might remember that last month I showed you this book, which is Before I Go to Sleep by Steve Watson. I loved it. I was raving about this book, and now in February I think he came out with his new book, and this one's called Second Life. And I just figured, you know, if I love this one has to be at least like half as good. You would never think the same person wrote this book. I don't know what happened, why it is so bad. Of course, that's just my opinion, but I just think the story is really lame. I think the dialogues are lame. The characters are nobody you can relate to. I don't know what went wrong. And the thing is, I just think it's a rip-off, because if you look at this book, it has around 400 pages. And this is the size of the letters, so it's very small. You get a lot of content with this book. This one also has around 400 letters, but it's written like you would give to someone who's in elementary school. If you have read it, please let me know what you think about it, if I'm the only one that thinks it's bad. But yeah, so sorry, I don't have a book recommendation for this month. For my favorite beauty products, I actually have 2 items this month. One is this body lotion by the German brand Balea. You can get Balea at the drugstore DM. This is their store-owned brand, and this brand just turned 20 years old. That's why they have this special line, and they were so kind to send me a box with some of the products from this line, and this is definitely something I've absolutely been loving. It's a body lotion with lemon and vanilla flower scent, and it smells delicious. It smells like a lemon cupcake or something. It's so good, and really the scent lasts on your body, so you smell like a cupcake when you have it on. The only downside to it is probably that it isn't really a rich cream, and I personally just prefer body lotions that are more on the heavy side, but obviously that's just my thing, but it's still a very, very great lotion. So thank you DM for sending me this. My second beauty favorite is this concealer by NYX or NYX. Maybe you saw my Holy Grail makeup products video, which includes my 5 all-time favorite makeup products, which I've been using for years and years, and that I've loved and repurchased billions of times. Well, this month I decided to finally do my research on animal testing, because I figured, you know, this is a big topic that like obviously you don't hear so much about it, because almost every company tests their products on bunnies and mice and rats and guinea pigs and even dogs and cats. So this isn't something from 20 years ago. No, this is actually still happening today in 80% of the world. So, and even if you live in Europe and you think, you know, the European Union won't let companies test their products on animals, yes, but this applies only to all of the new products that came to the market from 2013. Everything that exists from before is still probably tested on animals. And brands like Maybelline, L'Oreal, Max Factor, they all test their products on animals. So I no longer want to contribute to this. I decided that whenever I will run out of a product, I will buy a cruelty-free version of that from another brand. And luckily, NYX does not test anything on animals. It's a cruelty-free brand. This month I decided to go on the hunt for a new concealer. And this one I've been loving so far. The only thing is I think I bought the wrong color because it works well like on a blemish, but it doesn't look so good under my eyes because it's slightly too dark for me. But anyways, I will get it in a lighter shade and I will just test a bunch of products from now on. And then I will make a new holy grail cruelty-free version of the old video for you guys. My favorite fitness product for this month is the One PWO by Fitnessguru. Fitnessguru is a Swedish brand. They sell all over Europe, and One PWO is a pre-workout supplement. It comes with apple flavor. The company sent me this to try, and a pre-workout supplement isn't necessarily something everybody should use because you don't really need it if you are an athlete. But I gave it a go anyways, and I really liked it. It's supposed to give you more energy, more endurance, more strength, and it's also said to increase fat burning. First time I tried this, I went with like a whole scoop, like it says on there, but don't use a whole scoop. There is an amino acid in there which is called beta-alanine, which is very typical for pre-workout supplements, and it has the side effect that you get this tingling feeling in your hands and maybe on your face. It's not very pleasant, like it's not harmful, but it's definitely unpleasant. So now I'm using only half a scoop of this and it's been going really well. Definitely head over to my blog because I have a blog post on this, and then you can find out more, get some information, and figure out if you want to use this yourself. My favorite music artist of the month was the band Everclear from the 90s. I was listening to their album, The Very Best of Everclear, several times this month. I just find it's the perfect music for summer. In general, I think like all of the 90s rock music is so fun to listen to during summertime. I think it just goes together, and I find it really unfortunate that these days like that type of music does not exist anymore. Everclear still makes music, just with different members in the band. And they just came out with a new album in 2015, but honestly, I just think, just like I said, it's not the same. I just like the stuff from the 90s more, so this is why in a lot of my favorites videos you will always see like bands from the 90s. So, my favorite quote this month was definitely by Thomas Edison, and it says, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And I find this quote super inspiring because it's a good reminder that, you know, success comes from failing millions and millions of times, and nobody becomes successful overnight, even if it looks like that sometimes. My favorite food of the month were Beluga lentils. I've shown these in my vegan food haul. Ever since I filmed that haul, I've been eating Beluga lentils almost every day. So I've already went through my first pack, and now I bought a second one from a different store. The reason why I like Beluga lentils so much is because they're so high in protein. They actually contain more protein than salmon. And I still find this very interesting because I know a lot of people don't understand that every plant on this earth contains protein. And when you eat plant foods and when you eat a whole plant-based diet, you can still get enough protein. And if you follow me on Instagram, which is @PurePowerPanda, you probably read already that I made some changes to my diet, so I'm no longer a pescatarian, I'm a full vegetarian, and now I'm trying to go more on the vegan route. So I wouldn't call myself a vegan, but I'm trying to eat mostly plant-based, so I'm leaving away any eggs, cheese, or milk. And of course, I'm not eating fish anymore. These are just very recent changes, but I'm so happy to be on this path. So if you're into veganism and all that, you are gonna be excited because of course in the future, I will write more and do more videos on veganism in general. Moving on to my favorite drink of the month, which was a Chinese tea with a pretty funny name. It's called Pu Erh, And this tea has so many health benefits. What I really like about it is that it only steeps for 15 seconds the first time you let it steep. When I read that for the first time, I thought they made a mistake because what tea steeps for 5 seconds? But this is red tea and it actually only takes 5 seconds and then you have your cup of tea. It's delicious. Like I said, it's super healthy. I haven't written my blog post on it yet, but I'm doing it this week, so most likely the blog post will go up before this video does. So if it all works out, I'm gonna link it up here. And finally, my last category is Clarence category, who is my cat, and his favorite thing of the month was definitely our ceiling fan in the living room. Lately it has been very hot in Germany. It has been around 30 degrees every day. Clarence has a lot of fur, so of course he was very hot all the time. So when I'm at home, I always turn on the ceiling fan and I open the windows, and then he just lies there and lets like the fresh air like blow through his fur, and I can tell he's loving it. So that is definitely his favorite thing of the month. These were all of my favorites from the month of June. Let me know how you like this video. I always love reading your comments and getting your feedback. And I wish you all a great day, and I'll see you in